My neck and shoulders are hurting today, but I don't know if it's from yesterday or just life.
Probably. My shoulders were hurting.
Yeah.
The haircut.
Where's the haircut? That was a different little show.
Do you think it was the part that would concern me was the shoulder stand part?
I don't think so. Like it didn't feel bad when I was doing it.
Okay. Then I think it was probably the crow part.
Maybe. Or maybe just even like downward dog, because I hadn't done yoga since I didn't do it last Thursday, so since last Wednesday.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi guys. Speaking of not doing yoga since last Wednesday. Hello. It's not the same without you. I'm gonna resist telling you all the ways, but how are your bikes?
You don't. But you can do yoga in any shirt you want, even a pajama shirt.
Why is it hard? Do you do a class, like you do a Peloton class on the bike or something?
No, we try and Zwift a bit later. We're still just trying to get our legs under us after being off for 3.5 months.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to get some form, but we're doing it outside, but it's still fairly warm, at least in the in the club. We had air conditioning. And when you the air, it's really, really tough.
Yeah. Oops, hold on. Yeah, not having air is really different. I'm trying to unmute Carl. Oh, Carlos, I think I can hear you now. Say that again.
No, so we're going to hook up fans to blow at us to try to cool us down.
Oh, genius. You know what I want to do is get a mist. Have you seen those? Like at oh, sorry, it's muting you.
Cooling mister.
Yeah, like on a patio.
Yeah. Yep. No, we're just going to try the fan and see how that is. I think that might make it a little bit easier, but it is hard.
You're low tech.
Yep, no question. In fact, since I started this, I've lost 6 pounds in 2 weeks.
Whoa, that's impressive.
Yep, it takes a lot of effort.
Wow.
Not me.
I don't think you guys have any pounds to lose.
Oh, after been sheltering in place for so long.
There is. I just took the pounds off that I put on.
I think that's all you want to go.
Yeah.
You don't disappear on us.
Oh, that's what happened here.
All right, gonna mute. Hi, Randy. Good morning.
Hey, good seeing you.
Good seeing you. All right. Hi, Sally. All right, lie down on your back. Draw your knees in. And circle them around. And if you've been not doing yoga daily, this might, even just this, you want to take your time, check in, and there's something about having your hands on your shins that brings your brain to the body more quickly. Holding on to the front of the right shin, reach up through your left leg. And work your foot open, flexing and pointing. And bring your eyes to the foot. And notice if it's pronating in or out in any way as you manipulate it. So as you flex it, is it, like when I flex it, my foot is pretty straight. When I point it, I see the unevenness in my structure, and I pronate in. I torque it in. So I'm looking at my foot to try to navigate differently. So I'm holding the shape a little bit longer and steering it with my eyes. Oh, and the muscles that don't like to work are groaning. The next time it's in dorsiflexion, send it down to the ground. And pause there, align your hips. Draw your right knee in and circle the knee. And you're guiding it with the hands, connecting your brain to the activity. Switching the direction. Firm the muscles in your tummy so you move less. I want this to be isolated to the arms and legs. And better. And then pull it open to the right, pinning that left side down. And take a huge breath. And exhale out the mouth. Draw the knee into the middle. Reach your right arm open and twist across. Reach through your left toes, draw your spinal column forward, and turn your head to the right. Look up to the right of your room, toward the back right corner. With your left hand, brush your outer right hip. And even though I was trying to, with my brain, roll my right hip down, now that I feel it with my hand, I see I have a long way to go. I really wasn't rolling it down as much as it needs to go. So I'm holding that. I'm really doing it with the skin, but I'm trying to get that right side of the pelvis down. Take a deep breath in. As you twist, turn your left ribs toward the right ribs, maybe even faster than the right ribs are turning to the right. Reach through your right arm, let that pull you on your back. And draw your shins in. Morning, Neely. Hi. And circle again. Observe if you feel differently on the right and left side. I do. And if you always go one way, switch that way, go the other. Holding on to the front of the left shin, straighten your right leg up and start to open up that foot. Spot it with your eyes. And try to pay attention to the way the shapes are. So as you flex the foot, is the foot in line with your shin? As you point, are you inverting, everting? Flex, point, pronating, supinating. And the next time you're in that dorsiflexion, send it down. Let it sprout roots, stabilize, and circle your left side. Hi, Karen. Go the other way. Try to stabilize by firming your core. And you're holding that hand to the leg, connecting brain to the movement. Open your leg to the left. Big breath. Exhale. And use the left hand to give you a little pull, a little extra stretch. Take your hand, your other hand behind your head, and just notice if there's tension in the neck, and maybe massage your neck a little bit here. Sometimes, I don't know, it's like a habit to tense up the neck. So just check in with that. Give it a little rub. And as you're doing that, extend the right leg longer as though someone had a string pulling your leg. And see if that can help release the neck. Open it up a bit. And then bring the knee into the middle. Stretch your left arm open. Shift your hips over to the left as you twist across. Oh. Outer left hip rolls away from your ribs. And use your right hand to promote that action. Turn your head to the left and look up toward the left corner of the room, strengthening the eyes. Okay. I'll let you. Paul, there's a big spider in Finley's room.
Okay.
There's a big spider in Finley's room, Lily. And then reach through your left arm. Let it roll you onto your back and draw your knees in and give yourself a big squeeze. And really pull them all the way in. How's your back? I know some of you are getting your stationary bikes moving or whatever you call them. And just, you might be feeling tighter than usual in this shape. Just notice it. And then put your hands, we'll start with this, put your hands in front of your shins and push your shins into your hands and let your hands resist. And these four isometric shapes are so good for just helping the back out and the neck. And then hands in the front of the thighs and push the thighs into the hands and the hands into the thighs. And then outer legs, push the thighs into the hands, abduction. And feel how you can really engage your core. And then adduction, hands inside the thighs. Squeeze the thighs into the hands and the hands into the thighs. And hopefully that helped. If anything was feeling a bit wonky, at least with the alignment. And then gently pull your knees back in and see if there's an easier path, if they're sort of sliding with more ease, like as if they were on casters, or they were casters. And roll to your right. And push up to a seated position. And I'm gonna say you can sit, if you have blocks, get your blocks because we're gonna use them. And if you don't have blocks, get something to use as blocks. You only need one for what we're gonna do, but it's of course good to have two. And then sit on the block for some breath work that we're gonna start with. Hitting your sits bones down and lifting up through the spine and opening the chest. And watching everyone just in different ways, just people I know personally, people I speak to, people I work with, I have sessions with, and different groups on Facebook. The people who have meditation practices are at least, I don't want to say necessarily thriving mentally at all, but they're keeping above the depression line. It seems like during this time, there's really a pull. There's this heaviness and fear and all kinds of negative things that we can get drawn into. And I'm not going to say it's going to keep you out of it, but it seems to make a difference overall when I look at patterns. So we're going to establish our breath now and just set up the practice as a meditation. Samavriti, same breath, inhaling, same length as the exhale. I'm going to count 5, but if 5 doesn't work for you, you want to do 6, do 6. You want to do 3, do 3. Just make the inhale and exhale the same length of time. Close your eyes if you like, or you can have your eyes open. And if you choose to have them open, just have them be very soft. Feel your sits bones and your feet on the earth. In my meditations lately, I've been working with the concept of emptying a drawer. Really the practical image of just emptying the drawer in your house. I don't know if you have one, but like the kitchen drawer, the one that's just disorganized and holds all your stuff that you don't know what to do with. That drawer, I have a lot of those in my mind. I just empty one a day. Organize the body, pushing down into whatever is on the floor. Allow the spine to grow a little taller. And allow the shoulders to slide back and down. And the collarbones to lift and spread. And the eyes to soften. Let the jaw relax. And imagine the ears of the Buddha, when the versions of the Buddha who had the big long ears. And imagine you have those lobes hanging down in line perpendicularly to the ground. So align the bottoms of your ear lobes with the earth. Counting the length of your inhale and matching that length with your exhale. Perhaps you can hear Lola, who's keeping time for us, with her little metronome snores. Whatever you're doing, whatever your number is, 5 or 6, whatever it is, lengthen it by 1. And we'll do 2 more rounds of that breathing. And then let yourself be still. Take the restraints off the breath, off the mind. And softly let the eyes open. And we'll move forward off the seat. We'll come on to all fours. I didn't know Lola was right there, so that's a fun little surprise. Coming on to all fours, turn your hands around so that your wrists face away from you and your fingers toward you. And rock forward and backward. Turn the hands out to the side and lean side to side. Softly massaging the neck through this. And it's a secondary thing, but it moves the shoulders and then the tissue of the neck, if it were stiff, starts to loosen up, warm up. And then turn your hands forward and walk your knees and just actually back a little bit. Let's try it one hand at a time. Push down through your left hand and lift up onto the right fingertips. Push down through the right fingertips, lift up onto the left fingertips. Flatten the right palm, flatten the left palm. Come on to the left fingertips, right fingertips, flatten right palm, left palm. Actually. And then do it again, whatever order you want. And then try to lift up to all 10 and down a few times. And I find it quite exhausting pretty quickly for the forearms. Up and down. They're pretty weak. Whew. One more time. And then when you're up, push down through all 10 fingers. Push down, and round your back. With this extra height, notice that you can cat even higher. And then do a cow. Stay on the fingertips. Lift your tailbone, lift your chest. And pull your heart through your arms. Stretch your chin, stretch your neck. And then point your toes, push back to child's pose, rest the palms down, head down. Breathe into your back. And notice that the spaces for breathing perhaps are more available than normally because of that earlier breath we did. And perhaps you can take a deeper breath into the back body, into the sides of the ribs. Coming forward a little bit, slide your left shoulder down as you feed your left arm through, thread that needle. Come onto your right fingertips and start to twist. Left ribs toward right ribs. Pay attention to the muscles of the neck here. Are they clenching up? Or can they come along for the ride? Draw the shoulder blades toward each other. Pull isometrically, drag that left arm toward the shoulder socket. And use the right fingertips to push to twist more. Reach the right arm up if you like. Maybe take the hand behind you, hold that left hip, and pull your left hip manually up a little higher, which will definitely take you out of the twist some, but put you more honestly into the upper back. And then if it's okay with your shoulder, swim, crawl that right arm overhead. Reach it forward in front of you. Can you guys wriggle your right leg out to the right a little bit and then start to straighten it out to the right? So your right leg goes straight to the side. Take your left hand and stabilize, holding onto the right leg somewhere. And then begin to twist more. That right arm is overhead. Walk the fingers forward and begin to turn your chest toward the ceiling. And notice if you're straining the neck and stop doing that. Slide your shoulder blades away from it. Maybe that right arm lifts off the floor and reaches over toward the right side, your right side. This works as long as you don't lift the right leg, although I'm sure you could play around with that if you wanted, but I'm not going to. You can also tone that right leg. That's what I'm doing. Pushing the right foot into the floor and trying to tighten all the muscles to the bone. And then bring the right fingertips down, push up, and then lean back onto your left toes. So you're sort of in this half side split. This stretch for the inner groin. Drop the head. Breathe into your back. You can turn the toes up, and that's a bit of a different feeling. And some of you can reach, well, you can all reach for those right toes. And if you happen to catch them, you can pull the ball of the foot toward you. Come on forward and draw that right knee back in. Wriggle your hips left and right. Pull the tummy in so that your lower back isn't vulnerable. And circle the hips, little circles. Hips back, left, right, and go the other way. Connecting the belly and low back. And then thread the needle on the other side. Take that right arm, slide it through. Come onto the right shoulder. Left fingertips. Drag that right arm isometrically into the shoulder socket. Push to the left fingertips as you turn right ribs toward left. Breathe into your lower ribs. And check in with the neck. Firm the belly. Slide shoulder blades away from the neck. Reach the left arm up. Slide it behind you. Hold that right hip and manually pull it up, which will change your relationship to the twist. Then crawl your left arm forward in front of you, as long as your shoulder's okay with it. Wriggle your left leg out to the side and stabilize it if you can reach it with the right hand and firm it down and pushing through the ground. And then begin to turn, perhaps, underneath that left arm. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades toward one another. Use your breath to relax a little bit, taking tension out of the neck, out of the upper back. Just notice if there's some stress, just some stress that's matching the shape, or if the body's ready to release a little more. Firm that left thigh. Untwist your upper body and sit back toward your right toe. So you're kind of in this side split stretch, inner groin stretch, and drop the head. Toning that left leg. Relax the jaw, the mouth. Feel if there's any tension in the face. And then push down through the hands, straightening the arms, and draw that knee in. Take one of your blocks And have it ready. Before we do that, just swing your hips a little bit side to side and just make sure everything feels together, cohesive there. And you're gonna bring your shin up onto one of the blocks. So we worked on this yesterday. I think it's a really good exercise kind of for learning about your hip balance and when they're in alignment and when they're not. It also strengthens some of the deeper back muscles and stomach muscles. So you're elevated on one leg only. Toes are tucked under. I'm going to show you from the side. And that other knee I want you to lift it so it feels even. So your one leg's on the block, the other one you're lifting to the same height. And I want you to lift it with your tummy. Now drop it toward the floor and pull it back up. Drop that side toward the floor and pull it back up. But I want you to do this from the abs. So you're lifting as though really from the guts, not the leg. Like the hip you could do easily, but I want this to be slow and intentional from the belly muscles. So lower and lift, and do 5 more. If it's too much in the hands, make fists with your hands. In fact, you might want to try that anyway, just because it's different and builds the muscles differently. Yeah, now on this next one, let it droop. Squeeze the leg the hip of the leg that's on the block in toward the middle. I want you to just feel like, okay, this is what my hips feel like when they're not even. And then squeeze it into the same height and then sit back onto your toes. Take a little squat here as far back as you can get toward your heels. Just see if you can rock back onto the heels and lift. Lift the heels up off the floor, lower. Lift and lower a few times from the squat position. Yep, just working the feet. Nice, you guys. And then we'll do the other side. You're gonna elevate the other shin, tuck the toes under, try fists again, or have the hands in a different direction, and lift the unlifted leg to the same height as the lifted one. Be aware of your shins. Really tuck the toes under on that stabilizing leg and concentrate on the shin part. Squeeze that left hip more in, or the elevated side more into the midline. And then lower and lift the other. Use your abs to do it. And do around 10 of these. Notice if you're using your neck. If your shoulders have hiked up, and slide them down as though they were casters or on casters. And slow down if you're doing this with the hip. Slow way down. Use your abs. Notice if you're inhaling or exhaling and when. And if it's harder to feel the abs or easier on this side. The next time it's down, notice what that feels like when the hips aren't even. Hug the elevated side more toward the midline. Even them out. And then come down. You're going to sit on your bum toward the back of the mat. Bend the knees. And I don't want to do too much of this because I think it can be too risky. But I want you to walk on your butt, but really use just the same way we used our core to pull up the leg. I want you to use your core to lift your seat. So you could easily do this with your legs. I want you to do it with this middle area, lifting up using that and walking your butt forward. Now as we do this, it's kind of the same exercise. So when we lift, we're uneven in that same way. And then walk backwards And try to do it from the core as opposed to the legs or the feet. Check if your neck is doing it. Mine sure was. And then relax. Sit again and cross your legs the opposite way from the meditation seat. We're just going to do a side stretch. So lean out to one side, sweep the arm up and over. Pin the opposite side down. Draw the belly in as you roll through the center and over to the other side. Pin the opposite side down. Mary and Carlton, it would be so cute if you guys had held hands at the top there. You would have made a heart. Turn. And go through the center. Fold down the middle. You can stack your palms or put a block there. Once again, breathe into the back and let things get calm. If you're nowhere near the floor, you can bend your elbows and make a little table with your thumbs. I don't want this to be a strain. I want this to soothe the nervous system for you, for me and you. Make sure your buttocks are down so the body feels grounded. And if you have a lot of worries or whatever it is in your mind, a lot of heaviness, just offer it over to the earth. Just offer it over. Spill that drawer out. Let yourself see it. Let yourself go. Let it drop into the earth here. Deep breath. If you want, let out sound. Pull your belly in and come rolling up. It's like you're a new person. You've got a little house cleaning in your head. Move the block out of the way. Have it ready for your hands. Tuck your toes under and pick your knees up. And then put them down. I want you to do it again. And this time I want you to pick your knees up like we did when we were elevated on the block, but this time we're picking up both knees. So breathe in. As you exhale, use your stomach muscles and lift those knees up and put them down. Lift them up and put them down. Do this about 3 more times. And the lift is coming from the belly. Christine, micro bend your elbows just a tiny bit because they're locked out. Just a tiny, tiny bit because that's going to go right into your neck. So micro bend, pull the shoulder, yes. And the next time they're up, leave them up. Everyone, that cue is probably useful. So bend the elbows just a little, slide shoulder blades down so the neck has more mobility. Drag the wrists toward the knees and the knees toward the wrists. Woo! And then stretch it out, down dog. Pedal your dog out. And there may be more mobility from right to left side. So as you do this, you might be able to kind of wave your hips from right to left, maybe more than usual. And then walk your feet up to your hands. Bend the knees, hang forward, shake out your head. Belly drawn in. Inhale, lengthen, look up, and stick your butt back. Pull with your fingertips and get some traction through your spine. Really delicious space for your spine. Exhale, fold. We're going to use gravity to help get some space in our spine. You're resting your body on the legs like a bolster. Please soften your neck on all sides. Inhale, lengthen, and keep coming up. Push down into the earth. Sweep the arms out and up. Bend the knees, grab hold of your left wrist, press up and over to the right. Pull that left side. Going for that side body length. Turn and look up. Bend the knees, inhale, reach straight up. Switch sides, grab the opposite wrist. Try to take your back ribs away from your butt more. Lift the back ribs up and pull over. Turn left ribs toward right ribs. Pull. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees and forward fold. Nice, guys. Inhale, lengthen and step back with your left foot. Take your right arm up to the sky and turn your left ribs toward your right ribs. Good. Now adjust your left shoulder blade down your back. Left one. Take your right hand behind you and manually pick up that left hip. Pick it up so everybody, yes, so good, Randy, good. Karen, more. Pick up that left side. Sally, you're good. And level it with the right side. So we did that exercise going uneven. See if now you can feel even. Really fight for it. Pull the belly in. Use that to stick so much better. Then re-extend the arm if you want, I would. And see if you can keep those hips level. And twist from somewhere else. Keeping the stability in the hips. Scissor the midline, like squeeze those legs in. Good, bring the right hand down and lower the left knee down. Put your left knee down. Now, take your right shoulder somewhere below your right knee. So get down here somewhere low. And take your right hand on the outside of the right leg. Just somewhere. Okay, so now I've stuffed my right shoulder underneath me. Now take your left knee, that's the one on the floor, and move it a little bit forward. Just a tiny bit, okay. Just get a sense of this feeling. Hug your right knee in toward your neck. Hug the left hip in and shin in toward the midline. Feel that grip in the tummy. Okay, now we're gonna take the hands back in line with that right knee and straighten that right leg. Your right arm might have gotten a little bit stuck. You just take it out of the way. We're just gonna go forward and back a couple times. And maybe you have the hands in the air. We're just gonna go forward and back. And I've chosen, when my butt goes back, I'm reaching through my arms like I feel like a duck, I'm not sure why. And I feel like a swan as my front knee bends and I open my chest. So I'm like, I have like a duck beak and a swan body. And I'm for sure using my back toes, which I'm pretty sure is some kind of cheat, but I don't care right now. Feels good. Duck beak, swan. And make sure your belly is helping you. Okay, now we're gonna come forward again, back to that weird shape of the right shoulder under and the hands wide. Now, as though we were going back toward that duck, shift your hips back, your hands back a little bit, and pick up that right foot any amount off the ground. Just see if you can pick it up. And squeeze the belly muscles you use to get the hips even. Okay, that was fun. Now take it out to the side like we did in that twisty stretch and bring it in underneath you. Wag your hips side to side. They're gonna feel a little uneven. Use the belly muscles you found earlier to reestablish a sense of safety for your low back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, down dog. Shake out the head. And walk your feet forward up to your hands. Inhale, find length, traction. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and shine up. Reach up. Grab hold of the right wrist, bend over to the left. Push down through that right foot, turn the chest. Tailbone down toward the heels. Bend the knees, inhale, reach up. Other side. Bend the knees a little bit, draw tailbone toward the floor, twist. Pick up those back ribs. Bend the knees a little bit, inhale up to center, reach. Lift the chest, reach back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, drag through the heart, traction your spine, and step your right foot back. Left arm goes up. Swing that left hand behind you, grab the right hip, and pull it up manually, level it with the left hip. Squeeze the midline with the leg, find the right belly muscles to hold it there, and then reach that left arm back up. Turn right ribs toward left. Circle that arm overhead, bring the hand down to the mat, lower the right knee. Take the hand behind that left leg, stuffing your left shoulder somewhere under that left side. Hug the legs toward the middle, feel your belly squeeze. Check that the neck is soft. Yeah? Now, undo that arm a little bit and go into that duck pose. Straighten that left leg, reach the palms forward, if you like, to the swan, to duck, to swan. And a few of these here, oiling up the hip joints. And not just that, it's a whole coordination matrix, right? Like a whole bunch of things have to happen so you don't fall on your face. And your hamstrings may not be all that compliant. They might be like, no, no, no. Or they might be too loose. And you don't have enough pull. As you go forward towards swan, pull that heel toward you to really awaken those hamstrings if they're overly stretched. Really engage the tummy to keep the hips level. And make your swans really glorious. Embody that archetype. Yeah. Make your ducks just adorable. And your swans just coming out of the water with gorgeous, gorgeous wings and necks. Beautiful. Beautiful. Breathe. Gorgeous. All right. And the next time we go forward, bring that shoulder under, stuff it under that leg, hand to the outside. Bring your right knee up a little closer to your left heel, and then duck your hips back. See if you can straighten that left leg any amount. You might need your blocks. You might. Straighten that left leg. Pick it up off the floor. And you know, you're gonna cramp, hopefully, a little bit. Okay. And then and then come forward. Your left upper hip flexor might be biting you a little bit, like an angry goose. And bend the knees, hang forward. Shake out the head. And release the hands down. So heel the feet together. Inhale, lengthen. Careful, I don't want that way. Step your left foot back. Right foot back, come into plank. Push down into the hands. Press back through the heels. Shoulder blades go down away from the neck. Burn all those belly muscles in, like you're gonna have to pick up your legs somehow. There you are. And then lower down through chaturanga to the mat. Flip the toes over. Baby cobra. Push your pubics down into the floor. Pin your elbows in. Move your chest farther forward. Tailbone back. Tighten your leg muscles, pull your knees up. Push back to all fours, tuck your toes, down dog. Breathe here, in through the nose, out through the nose. Samavriti, equal inhale to exhale. Uniting with this breath, moving right into your meditation. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale to bend the knees. Travel up to the hands. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, palms down to the earth. Inhale, rise and shine up. Tailbone down, heart up and back. Exhale, hands to your side or to the heart. Sun salutation A, we're gonna do 3 of them at least. Circle the arms out and up, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen to a long back. Squeeze shoulder blades, stick your butt back more. Exhale, right foot then left foot back, low push up. Inhale, up dog, open the chest, strong hands, lift your knees. Exhale, back, down dog. Spread your fingers and the soles of the feet. Firm your thighs back. Get your arm bones into the shoulder socket. Hug the forearms in and spin your biceps forward and your triceps back. Feel the shoulder, yep. Yes. Excellent, guys. Feeling those shoulders move away from the neck. Find your breathing. Tuck those little tiny baby ribs in. Lift the back ribs up toward your head a bit more. Oh, those look good. Yes. Inhale, lift your heels up, bend your knees, jump or walk toward your hands. Inhale, traction the spine, get length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle rise. Take your back bends and draw your hands to your heart or down by your side. Wake up your legs, you guys. Don't just stand on them and take them for granted. Push down, feel them. Tighten the kneecaps, lift the quadriceps. Inhale, circle the arms out and up. Tummy in and up. Exhale, back ribs up. Yep, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Jump back or step back, low push up. Inhale, glide on through, let the chest open, blossom it forward, better. Exhale back, gorgeous triceps, you guys, downward dog. Breathing here, inhale. Long fingers, exhale. Inhale, thighs back, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, travel up to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the arms out and up. Take it into a back bend, find it. Wake up some endorphins, get them moving, and hands to the heart. Let's do another one. Circle the arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Lola's doing her own interesting shapes. Exhale, jump back or step back, low push up. Inhale, find your mask. Go forward, open the chest. Exhale, back, downward dog. Yours. Breathing here, inhale. Exhale, hands deeper into the earth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, get jumpy, jump up to your hands, try to fly. Yeah, oh, good, good, good. Inhale, heart forward, so much traction. Exhale, fold, flush out whatever's stuck. Inhale, circle, rise up. Take those arms back a little bit, lift the heart. Yeah. And arms down by your side. Bend the knees, come into chair pose. Reach the arms up. Lift your heels up, challenge balance here. Tummy in. Lower the heels and lift. 5, 4, pedaling through the feet. 3, 2, 1. Lift those heels, hover. Lower the heels and fold forward. Inhale, look up. Draw your left knee toward your chest and hollow here. Bring your forehead into the knee. Lift your left heel toward your buttock. Then reach your hands down toward the ground. If they don't reach, put them on blocks. Lift up onto the right ball of the foot. And again, round here, tighten the tummy. You might cramp, that's normal. And then extend that left leg back. Stay up on the ball of that right foot, challenge yourself. Bend that right knee a little bit. Swan, long, 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 beautiful left leg. Then lower that right heel. Tuck your left toes under, rise, crescent. Inhale, arms to the sky. Now, are your hips level? So we know what that feels like when they're not, and when they are. Hug them toward the center, grip those deeper belly muscles. Sweep the arms behind you, tick-tock forward. Warrior 3, airplane. Or at the blocks if you want the support. Step back crescent, inhale, arms up. Exhale, airplane. Step back crescent. Arms go high. Sink into the legs, tone, challenge the quads. Squeeze, challenge the hamstrings too. Hands to the heart, left elbow outside right leg. Level the hips. They're gonna be uneven. Can you lift that left one up and feel that? Open the arms if you like. Use the block if you want. Take the right arm behind you, lift that right hip. Sorry, left hip. So with the right hand, grab that left hip, lift it up. Twist. Maybe re-extend that arm. Yeah, circle it overhead. Bring the hands down on either side of your front foot, straighten that front leg. Give it a break. Bend the knee, kind of like duck and swan. Straighten. Bend. Straighten. Bend. And place the palms. Step back plank. Flush this out. Feel strong on all sides. Lower halfway. Upward facing. Lift the knees, tighten your butt. Downward facing. Step your left foot forward. Let's put the hands on the blocks. Draw the right knee to the chest. Lift your right heel toward your bum. Bend the left knee and round your back, cat. Lift up onto the left ball of the foot. Hold the shape. Try to lift your right heel higher. Press the palms down. Push down through the palms like you could float here. Stay up on the ball of your left foot. Stretch your right leg back. Stretch it back. Get super long. Lower the ball of the left foot. Step back, inhale, rise, crescent. Lift the pubic bone up. Lift the breastbone up, reach. Nice, bend that front leg. Sweep the arms behind you. Lift that back leg up. Balance. Bend your left knee, inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior 3. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior 3. Nice. Inhale, crescent. Hold the shape. Squeeze your hips level. Tummy. Good. Hands to the heart. Twist. Right elbow outside of left leg. Nice. Good. Open the arms up. Take that left hand behind your back. Manually pick up that right hip. Make it level. Then re-stretch the arm. If you want to, left arm back up. Yes, you guys, you're doing really even hips, excellent. Tummy in strongly, traction out your spine. Very good, very good. Release it, sweep that top arm over the ear and then straighten that front leg. Bend it, straighten a couple times here. The next time it's bent, come forward, step back, plank. Find evenness on all sides. Reestablish strength, lower halfway. Strong arms. Point your toes, push down. Strong legs. Exhale back, down dog. Breathe. Or take child's pose if that's better. In through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale, lift your heels. Stay with me. Bend your knees, jump outside your feet, Malasana. Squat low here. Awesome, or not low if you don't want to. Push elbows into the knees and knees into elbows. Lift the front of the spine. Look at me a sec. Some of you are like this. I'd rather, in this case today, lift your heels to get the front body longer. Shoulder blades draw in, neck nice and long. Tummy strong. Blocks if you have them. Lift the knees high toward the upper arm as you raise your heels. Lean toward the right hand and lift your left heel toward your butt. And then put the left toes down, lean toward the left arm, and squeeze your right toes toward your butt. Nice, one more time. Right side, left toes toward the butt. Now, cat yourself. Pull your belly in, push down through the hands. Left side, cat yourself. Right toes in, squeeze your abdominal muscles, not your neck muscles. And then bring your right foot down, back to squat. Good. You guys feel your core? I hope. Karen, you okay? Maybe? Not sure. Push your hands down, lift your bum. Widen your feet apart. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold, drop your head. Shake your head out. Karen, you can write it in the chat if you need to. Bend your left knee and lean toward the left, stretching those right groins. Bend the right knee, stretch the left side. Straighten both legs, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold back down the center. Thank you. Make sure your neck feels okay. Toe heel your feet into the middle and place your hands on those blocks. Or not, if you don't have them. Lift the balls of the feet. Take the knees to the backs of the arms. Adjust the hands as needed. We're coming up. Pick up both feet. Squeeze your feet to your bum. And fly super high here. Straighten the arms if you've been doing this forever. Or even a couple years. Try to straighten the arms. Straighten the arms. Back up. Neely. Arms straight. If you're under 30, get those arms straight. Nice. And bring it down. Good. Take a breath. Inhale. Yes. Yes. I shouldn't be ageist. That's totally wrong. Come down now. Circle the wrists. Down and up. And the other way too. I know this also feels really good. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Everyone okay? One more thing. Let's do a little flow into it so we're more coordinated. Feet together, have your blocks out of the way. Bend the knees, reach the arms up, chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, jump or step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back down dog. Right leg up. Spin your right leg open. Turn left ribs toward right. Raise your right leg high. Square your hips. Look between the hands. Draw your knee to your chest. Cat your back. Look forward and place your right foot in the center between your thumbs. Spin your back heel down. Warrior two. Reach forward, reverse it. Make it gorgeous. Straighten that right leg, and you'll find yourself in an amazing triangle. We've worked the side body so much, and the hips so much, there's a lot of pre-programmed intelligence. Yeah. Spread those wings. Open the front of the chest more. Think open chest, beautiful. Firm body, open chest. Beautiful heads, you guys, beautiful necks. Beautiful. From here, half moon, jog that front hand forward, maybe the block forward, spin it open. Bend that right knee a little bit, look down, and establish that that right foot is forward, not turned in or up. That the knee is over the ankle, that the hip is over the knee. So squeeze that right hip in toward the midline, then lift that left leg. Open chest. Bring the left hand down. If you have that block there, move it so it'll be under the hand-ish so you have agency over both blocks. Push, step back with that left foot. Take your right knee down. Sorry, left knee, my bad. Thank you guys, left knee down. Take your right shoulder down and the right hand on the outside of the right foot. So that shape we practiced before. Okay, now put your hands on the blocks if you want, or not if it's too confusing. And you'll notice that right arm is somewhere behind, under that leg, so that you could lift that right foot up if you wanted to. We're not going to do that just yet. You're going to jog your left knee forward. So same thing we did before. Now, see if you can push back and straighten that right leg, like we did before. So duck your butt back, straighten that right leg. Awesome. Now, see if you can lift your left knee from the ground to the back of your left arm. From the ground where it is, to the back of the left arm. Just try that, standing on the right foot, and then gently put it back down. Try that one more time. Lift that left knee. Now put weight on that left hand. Maybe that right leg can straighten somehow. That left knee curls up toward, left foot goes up toward the butt, that right leg straightens. Yes, maybe. Maybe it's all just play. Now stand on both feet, so push up those blocks, warrior. So legs wide like you're a fighter. Wide stance, toes out, whir, whir. Feel that strength, whir. And the arms the other way. So just lean from side to side here in this powerful warrior stance, feeling the belly strong, moving the arms from side to side. And then bend both knees, turn the heels in, so a wide second. Inhale, lift your chest, fold. Now we're gonna twist, lean your left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Pushing that left thigh away, rolling your left shoulder toward the right inner thigh. Inhale, lift the chest, exhale, other side. Right shoulder rolls in, left shoulder rolls back. Push the thighs open. Belly strong. One more time each side. Lift through the center. Fold down the middle. Hang. And step back to the front of the mat. Let's kneel here, lift the heels up. Circle the head to the right. And left. Lower the heels down, chair pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing. Left leg up. Roll up in. Reach up through those left toes. Why am I backwards? I don't know. Left toes up, up, up. I'm trying to straighten that leg. Then square your hips, look forward, and then cat your back. Draw that knee up into the chest. Look between the hands, step that left foot forward. Warrior two. Open up. Whew. Reach forward, reverse warrior. Drain here. Empty this drawer of lymph on that left side. Up from the groins, up from the side body. Straighten that left leg. Reach the torso long. Trikonasana. Turn left ribs toward right ribs. Open up the chest. So long through torso and arms. Reach through your gorgeous long arms. Yes. Beautiful. Bend the left knee, look forward, half moon. Left hand goes forward, right leg goes up. I scare me. Look down at your left foot and align it perpendicularly to that short edge of the mat. Check that the knee is good over the ankle, that the hip is aligned over the knee, and squeeze it in toward the midline as you roll that right hip open. Lift that right leg up, firm the thigh, and lift it. Firm those muscles. Better, beautiful. Rotate down toward the floor, square your hips, step back. Tuck your right toes under, then lower the right knee. Your left arm is gonna go somewhere outside of that foot. So it goes under somewhere, left hand outside. Right knee jogs a little bit. Let's not take it forward just yet. Let's just get a sense of that duck. So slide back, straighten that left leg. Bend, straighten just a couple times, getting that kind of coordination memorized so that when we're in a harder place, like on our hands, we don't have to think about it. Then jog that right knee forward. Maybe use the blocks. And you're gonna see, be up on the left toes. If you can bring that right knee to the back of the right arm. Put it down softly. See if you can lift it up. Use your core. Same way we did at the very beginning on the blocks, where we lifted one side. Use your core to lift that up. Yes, you guys, and that's a lot, right? That's plenty. Maybe you also straighten that left leg. So you're in this half flying crane. Ah. Now push off the blocks. Awesome, you guys. Warrior. Stand in that stance. And a couple times, scanning the perimeter. I heard, like recently, like Carl Reiner and Mel Brooks still had dinner together every night and watched Jeopardy. And then when they asked them what movies they like to watch, they said, I think Mel Brooks said that something like, we watch movies where they say, scan the perimeter. Like that's a requirement, which I thought was funny. I don't really get it, but I still thought it was funny. Bend the knees, I'm sure it means more than I think. Lift the chest, press the knees out. Pelvic floor, breathe into it. We're gonna use the stomach. Inhale, exhale, open the mouth, stick out the tongue. Uddiyana Bandha, pull your tummy muscles in and up. Tuck the chin. Push the thighs away. And relax it. One more time, inhale. Lion. Clean out that drawer. Push the thighs away and Uddiyana Bandha, chin tuck. Let it go. Bring the hands down. Stretch the legs, drop the head. Lower your knees and either come into child's pose or headstand, or child's pose or headstand. You can go to a wall or your couch, or take child's pose. And if you're in child's pose, bring the hands by the feet. If you're in headstand, shoulder blades up away from the neck, neck long, forearms pushing down so that there isn't a lot of pressure in the cervical spine. Legs are lifting up, pulling up, taking pressure off the neck. When you're ready to, come on down and spend at least 45 seconds in child's pose. If you've been in child's pose for a little while, focus your breath evenly on both sides of the back. And the back of the neck, back body. If you just did headstand, widen the hands apart if they're not at the feet and traction your shoulder blades away from your neck and let the lungs feel as though they're dropping. Pull the belly in to roll up. And we're gonna lie down. Take one of your blocks. And we're gonna do a supported bridge pose. If you don't wanna use the support, you can do an unsupported. But I think it's nice just for a few moments to let the shape be supported. Find your abdominals again. And let the back rest. Pin the shoulders down onto the floor. I like to grip the edges of the mat and establish the connection to the outer shoulder bone, pushing it down. And then kind of scrubbing, once I block that down and narrow the shoulder blades, then I want to widen, keep the shape, but widen them just a little bit to give my neck some relief. Draw the tailbone under. And even with the support, you can use your feet. Drag your heels toward you a bit. Getting the hamstrings to be somewhat, using them just a little bit. You want them a little bit firm. Then you can slide that block out. If you're like, no way, I'm gonna join that block, go ahead and keep it. Or put it to the side and scrub your heels toward your buttocks even more. Getting some nice tension in the glutes. Raise the sides of the chest, keep those arms pinned down. Check that the neck is soft. Belly firm. Jaws soft. Feet are aggressive and you want to push them into the floor and tuck tailbone and raise the hips even higher. And then widen the shoulders and come on down. Let the knees fall from side to side, windshield wiping here, easy release. And then feet flat. Raise the arms, flex the palms up toward the ceiling. And notice how much wrist extension you have. Mine is limited, like my hands are not parallel to the ceiling. They're a bit not. So I'm trying to work that. I'm trying to press the wrists, the heels of the hands higher and flex my fingers back more. So this limitation could be what's limiting your wheel, which is one reason sometimes people like to elevate their hands on an angled block. Take your hands back and press them onto the floor. And notice, are the heels of the hands down easily? Mine are not. Squeeze the tips of the elbows in, that helps. But then that's a smaller pose. So I'm gonna widen my hands out a bit, squeeze the tips of the elbows in. So that sheet right there, that widening, that gives me a little extra space. Tailbone toward the top of the mat and then lift the buttocks up. Drag the heels back so you have a little initiation from the hamstrings, a little bit of fire there. Belly strong, and then if you want to, straighten the arms and legs. Maybe you just lift a little bit. Maybe you just imagine lifting. See if you can open the spine in that way, use the spine in that way, from a place of strength, and then bring it down. Take the backs of the hands together and circle. Relax your arms down by your side. Take a deep breath. Blow out through your lips like a pony. And again, breathe in, pony out, and windshield wipe your feet right and left, your knees, sorry, right and left. As your knees go to the right, turn your head to the left, and vice versa. And then hold one side. Place the externally rotated heel, that leg, on the other, just above the knee. Lengthen the tailbone. The thigh that's being pushed down in that internal rotation, take the top of that thigh toward the floor and extend that knee forward and away from you. Can you use this traction to help release any tension in the neck? Scoop out the belly. Uncross, firm tummy, come on up. Over to the other side. Turn the head. Stack that other heel, so the externally rotated leg onto the internally rotated. The leg that is in internal rotation. Take the top of that thigh toward the floor. And take that knee farther toward the front of the mat. Firm your belly. Move that top leg. Bring both knees up and come into constructive rest. Feet are wide apart, knees together, hands behind the head. Cradle your head and move your head side to side. Tune into what your needs are here and make sure the neck is tractioned and happy and healthy. Lower the head. Press on the crown of the head with your fingertips. Massage all the way down to the ears with fingertips pushing like little jabs, little prongs into the head with your fingers a couple times. And then down the sides of the neck, cross the front of the chest. Lean to your left side, right shoulder blade under, let that front of the right shoulder open. And same on the other side. Extend the legs out, wobble, wriggle, whatever other adjustments you need. Brush your skin down from face down your body. Sides of the neck, back of the neck. You'll feel a little tingly, little tingle. Maybe that oxytocin starts to move. It responds to skin brushing. The parietal lobe, that place of touch towards sort of where if you had a baseball cap on, you can rub the sides of the head there. Responding to the sense of touch, integrating the sense of touch. Because we can't really do many hugs anymore. So a lot of us are missing that. And take a deep breath in. And exhale out. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Shavasana. Empty all the drawers. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, release any part of you that is still in that warrior fighting mode. Just for now, put the armor down. Notice where those blocks may still be. Do it again. Breathe in deeply. And as you exhale, remove another layer of armor, shielding. And drop in deeper. Slowly start to come back to your conscious breath. Just notice how it goes. If there's more room, new places perhaps to breathe in, breathe into. New pockets, new spacious drawers, from clearing out some of that clutter. Are there new places to breathe into? Old places you've forgotten about? Reach your right arm back and draw your left knee in, roll to the right and cuddle up into yourself. Skillfully take all of that awareness and put it into your back. And massage the back body, lubricate, expand it, use the breath. Connecting with gratitude to each one. And while you're here, program your navigation, your GPS for the day. You can choose joy as a destination, or perhaps you're already there. Push on down to come on up, finding a seat. During this time today, to establish this seat in your center, I do recommend making your choices carefully, choosing skillfully how you spend your time. Are you cultivating, now more than ever, there's this choice, right? To cultivate fear, or maybe information makes you feel grounded and calm. But I think after these 4 months or whatever we've been in, we have a better sense of how the information we bring in
affects us. We've had a really good chance to look at that. So if you're still doing the same thing you did before unconsciously, pay attention. Pay attention to what information you're bringing in during your day. And how is it serving you? And know that you have agency and choice over this. Reach your arms up to the sky. What do you want to bring in? Set your navigational course and draw your hands into the heart. And then ask your heart what it wants. What does it want to do today? With this precious day, with our precious health, now more than ever, has so much maybe value. And together we'll take one Om. Inhale. I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank you guys for letting me be of service in the way that I love to be of service. I hope that this was of service of some kind. And thank you, because without you, I'm just doing it by myself, which it really means a lot to me. Bring your thumbs to your forehead. Namaste. Thanks, guys. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. See you tomorrow or soon. I went way over. It was one of those classes where I talk forever. So pardon me, and I love you. And I'll see you guys really soon. Bye.